Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and welcome to my house, Justin's House. In this video, it's the October 28th edition of ServiceNow Store Highlights, or SSH. There is a lot to cover this week, so I'm going to hop right into it. Since my last video, there have been 35 updates in the ServiceNow Store, and of those 35, we'll talk about the new releases first. So let's go over here to new releases. There was 11 actual new releases in the ServiceNow Store since my last video. ArmorPoint was the first one of those. It's an extension of ArmorPoint SIM platform, providing bidirectional ArmorPoint SIM and ServiceNow integration. So if you're not familiar with what a SIM is, it's part of the security incident response operation, or a security incident response application within ServiceNow, and a SIM is something that sees particular security events and sends those over to ServiceNow. So if you're an ArmorPoint customer, there's now an integration with ServiceNow, new release. Next up is Box UI and Spoke integration. So this is a new release that came out, and it makes the Box and UI a native integration to manage files and folders from ServiceNow. So if you're a Box customer, you've got some new UI capabilities and a Spoke to use within Integration Hub to work with those files. Next up, Cask Connected Claims Management, another new release. The key features in this one are an omnichannel customer-centric experience, guided agent experience, damage assessment, unique service offerings, process automation, smart claims triage. So this is looking like a insurance claims kind of application. So that is another new release. CrowdStrike Falcon Identity Protection. There already is a CrowdStrike integration, so this is a new one around identity threat detection for Active Directory security visibility. So I was looking through this, and basically they're looking at traffic and authentication around Active Directory to identify patterns or behaviors where they think there might be a security incident. So that's what it is. If you're a CrowdStrike Falcon Identity Protection customer, you may want to check that one out. Next up, new release, ITS Partners HAMx. So this is all about asset management, identifying, tracking, trading, ROI around assets. You've got some pre-built workflows for SAM. ServiceNow HAM Pro, it looks like, effectively manage and track your hardware assets. So think ITS Partners. KPMG Accelerated ITSM. This looks like one of those content packs for kind of bringing some enhancements to the IT service management application. Some functional features around ITIL-driven methodology or for aligning IT services with the needs of the business. Out-of-the-box features for best-in-class service management. 3 years of continued support for break fixes, upgrades, and enhancements. First time I've seen that in the App Store. Regular cloud updates and the ability to quickly add on as need scale. So a new app from KPMG, enhancing IT service management. Next new app is OneList Approvals Adapter. Looks like monitoring, logging, and retry capabilities for an integration. Customizable rules and filters on tasks. Highly performant and timely communication between OneList and ServiceNow, and then task details, including attachments, available in the mobile app to assist with decision making. So if you're using OneList approvals, you may want to look at that integration with ServiceNow. Security Center Labs, another new release in the store. Instant security hardening setting recommendations with weightings. Instant security hardening setting compliance scoring algorithm, user experience, security metrics and analytics. So looks like some security focused things for, I'm guessing, your ServiceNow instance. It's not real clear from this particular one. Let's just go ahead and click at the link on this one and see if that shows a screenshot or something. Let's see, it's compatible with Tokyo. And it replaces, security is intended to replace the Instant Security Center app in the future, subject to future roadmap decisions. So, I didn't know this when I prepared. This is from ServiceNow. So, heads up, there's something new coming to replace the Instant Security Center and that Security Center Lab. So, you heard it here first on SSH with Justin. So, that's pretty cool. I'm glad I ran across that. And next new app is the Tier44 Global Energy Intelligence with digital employees. Includes a service catalog sample page, a sample flow, a flow to automatically collect data based off of a task, a 24/7 dashboard, digital employees framework to automate tasks, a mid-server Java class extension for ping, SNMP, REST, website, post, execution of shell commands, and OSIS OSI soft search and read. I have no idea what that is. So that's something new from Tier 44 in the ServiceNow store. Vulnerability response patch orchestration with Tanium. Okay, so that's a new one. This includes view missing and install patches on your assets, automate patching of CIs with Tanium Patch, and initiate the patching process using your change management process. You know, Justin loves to hear that. So I get asked a lot, can ServiceNow facilitate patching? And the answer is no, we don't actually do patching usually from ServiceNow. This is a great example of a system that does patching that we can integrate with ServiceNow and tie it into a process like change management, like you just saw there in the release notes. Last one here, new app in the App Store, Zoom Contact Center. So some key features for this one, looks like my bullets are off on this. Inbound call and outbound call support, screen pop, click to dial, notes and disposition code, automatic call logging, advanced call controls, supported in ITSM and CSM, and supports voice and phone media. So if you were a Zoom Contact Center customer, now there's a nice integration with ServiceNow. So hopefully that looks like an appealing feature for you. We will actually save my changes to that since I cleaned up those notes. All right, so that's the new releases. Next up, I want to show you the compatibility changes. So these were mostly, there's 8 of them: Automate Pro, Clear Sky IGA, Flashpoint for vulnerability, GeoFluent real-time translation for chat and ticketing. Navia had 3, Agile add-on integration, User Story Express, SignaCat sign integration. These were all Tokyo compatibility releases, so not much to share there other than to say these application providers are bringing their code up to be compatible with Tokyo. There were a couple of minor fixes out there: cyber reason endpoint protection, service channel facilities management, and vulnerability response integration with Palo Alto Networks Prisma Cloud Compute. Just a couple of like minor fixes, not really worth taking up the time on this video. Lastly here, I think I've got 14 highlights to run through. These were significant updates or stuff I wanted to show you. First is ARMIS incident integration. Version 1.1 adds the ability to filter ARMIS alerts based on severity, risk level, and optional support for event management. Includes an additional transform map that can be activated to insert events into the EM_event table instead of directly inserting to incidents. So that's a really key feature there to basically do some suppression of events and stuff like that. So if you're using ARMIS, there's an integration update there for ARMIS. AWS Service Management Connector got an update. So latest platform support for Tokyo. So that was an addition to conditional dependency on ServiceNow plugins, ability to drill down the service catalog, display formatted timeline events, additional modules, support cases in AWS. So a couple of goodies there, plus the Tokyo compatibility. BT Digital Services IM and SRM. So this is another Tokyo certification, but also some major new enhancements around scheduling, capability for service requests, and a capability, I think there's a misspelling there, to integrate to change request module in their customers' environments. So another good one there. We'll save that spelling fix on that one. Care AR for CSM. There's actually 3 of these Care ARs, and mostly it's Tokyo, but there are some other items in there. The reason I wanted to make sure this was highlighted, even though it's Tokyo, is there's an important announcement at the very top that there's an additional step required to configure the app. So if you are a Care AR customer, make sure you follow their documentation for upgrading the Care AR for CSM, Care AR for FSM, that's Field Service Management. Previous one was Customer Service Management. And lastly, this third one, IT Service Management. So Care AR customers, go get that upgrade, but make sure you follow the instructions. Doc Integrator got an update. Records management for Platform UI, Azure Single Tenant, shortened search URL, database view, and they fixed an upload button. So thank you, Doc Integrator team. Guardrails, new system scans feature lets admins get in-depth reporting on Delta and configurations for applications in ServiceNow. Language translation services by Language.io added a retranslate feature. Minor change there, but it's a new feature. My assets validation, so and it looks like another one where the bullets are messed up. So they've added the following features around notifying a user's manager on kickoff validation emails. A new My Assets Validation Kickoff tab, increased the rows per page to 100, added a link to My Asset Now mobile app, and in version 1.06. Okay, that's the previous stuff, not this new release here, so I'm going to wipe all that out. of my notes there. It looks like I copy and pasted too much. So that is version 1.0.8, and those are the new features from my assets validation. So good stuff there, updating their apps. This is an interesting one. I'm not going to be too negative about this other than to say there's no release notes in the store, and the link to their documentation has no release notes around what was updated in this. So not very helpful. New Rocket Orbit content management system. If you're a customer and you're using this, you're going to have to contact them to find out what's in the fix, because it's not in the documentation. Raytheon Connector Hub for AI Search added external support for Google Drive. Good stuff there. Significant sign integration. Tokyo release compatibility. Also a new signature method, allowing signers to choose preferred signature method when signing instead of having to predefine for signers. Improved Next Experience UI compatibility and English language choices on send to reminder functionality. So that's from Significat. Vulnerability response. This is the last one. I got through this quicker than I thought I would. Vulnerability response and configuration compliance for containers. Change the ability to configure the attributes on the image findings table to uniquely identify if a finding already exists. Default image finding key has been updated, and fixed something where they removed an integration specific code from the framework application. That's your ServiceNow Store highlights for the week. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody else who you think might be interested in what was new in the ServiceNow Store over the last week. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.